It's time for the Sunday Night Report. Are you ready for how things have changed now that the facts are coming out? So you know it's bad when CNN reports that the guy had been visited by police about 6 weeks prior to this happening, and a report that they were concerned he was going to shoot people up. So why was he not arrested? Why was he not put into a evaluation ward? I understand you have rights, but it's not the first time he threatened to shoot something up. He was in military installation for 2 weeks under observation because he was hearing voices in his head and was threatening to shoot up the military base. Now we're talking about Robert Card, that deranged piece of you-know-what that killed all those people. This is why you wait until facts come out. This is why you use logic and not emotion. All these people, oh, he was white. Oh, he must have been MAGA. Oh, he was a good guy until he wasn't. Oh, all this knee-jerk emotional reaction before you had any knowledge, any facts of what was going on. You got them all pushing for assault weapon bans. Who are you going to take the guns from? Law-abiding? The ones that are not mentally unstable? The ones that are not confused or trying to do evil or in gangs? You ain't going to get them from them. All right? They always have somebody who's going to sign for them. Every killer has been on the radar. So they're not forcing it to happen. They're just letting it cook off. That's why I called it 3 weeks ago. I said it's been too quiet. Something's going to happen. And when it does, it's going to come out that they were on the law enforcement radar. Whether it was local police, whether it was FBI, whether it was military, whatever, they were on the radar. He was on the radar. And if what happened over in Israel doesn't wake you up to the fact that when you restrict firearms from your citizens, you make them vulnerable. Seriously, Israel? You nuts? I mean, you're surrounded by people that want to kill you. And you made it restrictive for your citizens to protect themselves? Not too damn bright. So it's getting a little quieter. You still have the White House. You still have the ones trying to call with the emotions there. But now that the facts are coming out, emotions are not going to wing it. I mean, that's just the way it is. I always say wait 2 or 3 days, and then the facts will start coming out. Because right now it's just all emotion. That's all it was. All the people calling for gun control, I ask them, when Hamas killed all those civilians in Israel, did you blame the guns? Nobody, of course, has answered me. Nobody. It's not the guns, people. It is the person. It is the lack and failure of law enforcement to do what they need to do. And it is the lack of people being able to protect themselves because he went into a gun-free zone. That is the most idiotic word I have ever heard. Gun-free zone. Might as well just put a sign up saying, come shoot us. We're unarmed. The one in the bowling alley said, we're a family-friendly environment. No firearms allowed. Well, he must not have seen that sign. I don't understand how that happened. And that's just the majority of the people who are trying to take your guns, and the ones that are naive enough to believe that this is a good thing really need to start doing your own research. And understand a lot of those accounts you see on Twitter are just thralls, sheep, betas, bots, just trying to say, oh, well, I'm a gun owner and a veteran, but I don't think anybody should have an AR-15. Yeah, what are you, supply clerk? Because you weren't a combat veteran saying that. And I doubt if you were a veteran. And we all had that one boy in our platoon. You were that boy. So, I'm sorry. When I see that, I laugh. When I see some of these people's slogans on Twitter, or X if you want to call it, and then how they respond to everybody, you're not matching your slogan. And another guy, oh, you don't have a lot of followers, you must be a bot. Can a bot block you? Poof, you're gone. I don't think bots can block you. I can block you. So, folks, get prepared. The world is not a friendly place. If you look at all the protests that are going on at the colleges in the big cities from people who are just have no clue about what the real world is about, there's going to be more acts of these violence. Oh yeah, Yuba City by Tampa, Florida, had a shooting. But you're not going to hear too much about it because number one was don't pistols. And it was probably a gang related and, you know, not a white person in sight. So that'll be buried. And this one will be buried pretty quick too, because obviously they failed to sit there and protect the citizens. The police are not there to protect you. They are there to report the crime, to investigate it, and try to find who done it. That's basically their job. And they never react until the good guy, sometimes, you know, when you had all those protests and they're blocking traffic and all that stuff, and then finally someone trying to move through traffic, and now they move and they arrest the person that's trying to get through traffic instead of just dispersing the crowd when they first got there. Yeah, you stop a crowd from growing, you stop it right away. Right away. The only police department knew that. They have them go in my neighborhood, and I told them, I said, I've got 30 out here, soon to be 150. And they showed up with 6 squads, and poof, everybody was gone. And they were there within minutes. Now, I happen to know a few of them on the department, but that's how you do it. You don't sit back Seattle, or you don't sit back Portland and take the damn blocks over. What are you, nuts? Oh, well, anyway. Everybody stay safe, stay alert, stay strapped. And, you know, if a store says, you know, no firearms allowed, maybe you want to find a different store or order it online. Because when you go in there, they don't have security. Those department stores do not have armed security. So if somebody wants to do evil and they go in there with a gun and you left your concealed in the car, why are you in there? All right, anyway, on a lighter note, it's going to get down in the 20s. We'll see if my greenhouse does the job it's supposed to do. We'll find out in the morning.